Good morning, good morning. Yes, good morning.
I see you, sir, in the creamsicle orange.
Absolutely.
Who you got on over there?
It's Doug Williams, man. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I told you, everybody they play, I will have the opposing team on. They ain't trash, man. I just got off the phone with Baker. He said, I got you. Yeah.
He said he's gonna see you some nachos that he had left over from Cleveland.
Absolutely.
All right. We want to go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining me today, Mr. Felix. Thank you for everybody joining us live here on this 14th day of October, 1 week shy of Sweetest Day. I do apologize. I originally said last time that Sweetest Day would be today, but it's the third weekend in October. We also want to go ahead and congratulate Denby Technical Preparatory High School beating Central High School 29-28 in the first game of the PSL playoffs. I'm sorry, the championship. And in the other championship game, Cass Tech beat King 24-23 for the second year in a row down at Ford Field. So congratulations to both of those teams and those programs and those coaches and all four teams, as a matter of fact, working that hard to get that far in the PSL. And it's a shame that somebody had to win. Both of those games were very, very close. But that's what we play the game for. You play the game to win. And being a former Denby Tar coach and teacher over there, congratulations to that program. And none like being a Tar. Being
You
over
went
on
to
the east
Denby?
side. No, I coached over there. I taught. My first teaching assignment, BPS, was Denby. Yeah. Over there with Coach Drake, with Coach Drake Williams, but he's not there anymore. But I still know some of the guys that coach over there. And congratulations to you, young man. Very, very proud. I know what it's like going to that PSL playoffs, and it's not an easy thing to do. Not an easy thing to do. So congratulations to them. And it's with Cass Tech as well. They run both those Cass Tech and King run good programs over there. And they seem to want to match up every year in the playoffs one way or another. Right. But Cass came out on top, 24-23, two close games. All right, let's get to it. Don't forget to click like, click share. Don't forget to let people know that we are here and get the book. Let me get in the camera. Just there we go. Right there we go. Gratefulness Journey Every Day by who? Mr. Marcus. Look at him, Mr. Marcus over there. You want to get this book, Mr. Marcus Holmes, the Wiz that lives in Oz. He's behind us. That's the book right there. All you got to do is take your phone, get your scanner out really quickly, and hit it, boop, and then you can get you right to the Amazon page, and you can have it less than 24 to 48 hours right in front of you, right at your house, and you can have a better way to start living your life and beginning with the gratefulness of waking up every day. And I know I'm grateful. I do that every day myself. And also thank you for everybody who are joining our Facebook page. So our page continues to grow. And I'm pretty sure we're going to put the graphic up for that one in a second as well. You can scan your way there. Go to facebook.com. Go to my page if you want. And you can go right to our page for Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. Scan your way right there. Come join us. We are streaming over 5 platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and I'm missing one. What am I missing? I'm missing one. We're on 5. We're over 5 of them.
YouTube.
So let's go. YouTube. Thank you. YouTube. So look for my name on any of those places and you will find us. We're going to go right to the topic of the week, which is picked by you. Are the Lions a top 10 team in the NFL? By their record, I had to say yes. San Francisco 5-0, Philadelphia 5-0, Kansas City Chiefs 5-1, Dolphins 4-1, and the Lions at 4-1. But here are all the teams that have positive records: Tampa Bay at 3-1, Seattle at 3-1, who beat the Lions, Steelers at 3-2, Jaguars 3-2, Indianapolis Colts 3-2, Falcons 3-2, Ravens 3-2, Bills 3-2, Cowboys 3-2, Saints 3-2. Now, I look at that team. First thing I do when I look at that, I say, can the Lions beat every team on that list? Proverbially, yes. But proverbially, yes. Because on any given Sunday, I would put it up. But
No.
there are two teams on there that they would be hard pressed to beat. I think of this what 13 teams here, 14 teams. I think there's two teams that they would be very hard pressed to beat. They would have to play almost a perfect game, and that in Philadelphia and San Francisco. It's not that they can't beat them; it would be very, 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 very difficult to beat them. Because San Francisco running through everybody right now, like with the hot knife, like a Swiss cheese. So I'm just hoping that they can keep that up, because I do like to see it. It looks good for the league.
So you
gotta see the face.
So
You gotta see it.
You feel the Lions can beat the Dolphins?
Yes, and here's why.
Oh my God!
Here's why. They don't play consistently. When they own, ain't nobody beat them. I don't even think San Francisco beat them when they play their best game. When they step up and play, but they haven't shown that consistently. They have what? How many losses? They got one loss. They got one loss, but consistently they have to show that to me a little bit more consistently. But I think the Lions can beat them. Yes, I do. They will have to play very, very well. I wouldn't say perfectly like San Francisco or Philadelphia, but the good part is they're in the AFC, so they wouldn't see them in the playoffs until the playoffs, to the Super Bowl, like they got that prediction at the beginning of the year, the Lions and the Dolphins in the Super Bowl.
No, they wouldn't beat the Dolphins. You have nobody on that defense, that secondary that can contain Tyreek. No one on there. Branch, nobody. It'll be a track meet. I ain't even brought Water into the equation. I ain't even brought Mostert into the equation. Man, they have 31-10. I don't care if they go down to Ford Field, and if they go out there to Miami, it's gonna be worse. 41. You know how the Bills, what's the name? Them put the 70 on them. They could do that to the Lions with ease.
70?
Yeah. I keep trying to tell you, they're proving my point. You're going to beat the teams you're supposed to lose to, and you're going to lose to the teams you're supposed to beat. 4-1 record. Look at that. You lost to Seattle. You were supposed to beat Seattle. You lost. You were supposed to lose to KC. You beat KC. You will lose tomorrow to Tampa Bay, a team you're supposed to beat. Watch. You be crying come November.
Okay. Well, we're gonna hold off on the predictions to the end. I got my predictions, of course, for the Lions. Mr. Darian Neely, he's gearing up for this Michigan game at the top of the hour. He says two will get beat up against the Lions front seven, and I think that would be a good part of it as well. Our Lions pass rush is pretty strong, and I'm still really surprised that he's still playing, quite honestly. And they are doing a good job of keeping him clean, and he hasn't taken a lot of hits this season. They did make that improvement over the season, over since last season when he got hurt and was out. And speaking of which, same thing with Buffalo. The kid from Buffalo who had the heart attack on the field, he played his first game last week, and I'm still surprised that some crazy doctor they got to sign off to let him play. Ain't no way I would ever did that. We already talked about that. The helmet. I never, ain't no way. I never would have signed off.
Okay, at the end of the day, right? We this is love and stuff, right? So at the end of the day, nobody makes a mistake, but right, there's the man upstairs, right? Lord, right? So if the Lord then placed it on his heart to play, and the Lord placed it on the heart of the doctors for him to play, who are we to argue with the Creator, right?
Since you put it in that way, that's hard to argue against. You summed it up in a way that I cannot argue at all. You are correct. Who am I?
Right.
I see you, Mr. Neely. He says go blue. This gentleman, he and I get a chance to talk junk every now and then. A couple transplanted Michiganders down in Texas. He's getting ready for his favorite team at the top of the house, so I got to mess with him because we always talk a lot of good junk together. Will they beat the Bucks in the throwback uniforms? We gonna see. I always like those creamsicles. There's something about that pirate on the side of the helmet with the cool hat and the feather just flying in the wind, like the quarterback down in Jacksonville with his hair falling out in the back like a Jerry curl. So we gonna see. I'm gonna hold my prediction to the end of the day for what the Lions what I think they're gonna do. You've already tipped your hand a little bit. We're gonna get a score from you.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this quick question.
Okay.
Tom Brady been gone for what, a year? He played with him for what, 2 years, right?
Yeah.
You notice how the Lions wasn't on that schedule, right? But
so
now since Tom gone, now he on the schedule.
Well, it's the formula. I don't know how the Lions got to play Cowboys back to back, but there's a no, seriously, there's a formula. You're supposed to play every team in the, if you're an NFC team, you're supposed to play every team in your in the NFC in a sort of like a round robin type thing. You play your 2 games in your conference, and you're supposed to go to each, like a home and home over so many years. I don't know why the Cowboys keep showing up on our schedule, but that keeps happening. I think they played almost like 3 of the last 4 years, twice in all of those games have been in Dallas. As a matter of fact, now think about it. So, will Jameson be a factor? Will Jameson Williams come in and be a factor in this game?
Oh, you asking me? Nah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I told you before we had to talk. I don't know if it was last week's show, the week before, and we talked about how Adams wants out of Oakland, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna probably take more than Jameson Williams and a pick or whatever. Yeah, man. Look, the dust is the sizzle is gone now. Look at last week. He dropped a wide open ball. What y'all gonna say? So you haven't been practicing? You ain't been doing your reps while you was suspended? You supposed to. Last week was supposed to be your homecoming, your outcoming game. You was at home. He was against Carolina. He was wide open, dropped it. Dude, the writing is on the wall, man. And it can't be, he's going through growing pains and all that. Nah.
I would make that deal. Straight up. Jameson Williams for Devontae Adams plus a 2 second rounds over the next 2 years. I would definitely make that deal.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's that deal that's worth it. Let's see, Greg Brown. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I actually wear that jersey. I will actually.
The Devontae Adams one?
Yeah, I purchased a Adams jersey. Absolutely. I got the white one. Oh, yeah, sure would. Just to laugh. I'd be like, okay, yeah, let me go and get this jersey, man. My man here. I was always a fan of Devontae Adams. I think he got the wrong snub in Green Bay because of Mr. Lucky out there. But, I think he should have been left, man. Aaron, man, that man messed up their whole organization. But that's what happened. You don't know when karma coming back. He messed up that whole organization. You don't know when karma is coming, but you don't know when.
That's true. We got Dan says, yes, Midman. Myron Thomas, thank you for joining, sir. Go Lions, go Blue, go Pistons. Greg Brown says, the creamsicles are fierce. Yes, they are. And I think he's saying no to the trade, not cat friendly deal. I agree because Devontae Adams is making so much more than Jameson right now.
Right.
So that wouldn't be a cat friendly deal. So it would have to be some money involved as well as equal out on the picks. It would be a great deal in favor of Vegas, not so much for Detroit, unless it's right at the deadline and we try to get one more great receiver as we make this run for the Super Bowl. So that would it would be definitely in Vegas' favor. All righty. So let's see. We're moving forward. We're talking baseball really quickly to the playoffs. Before we do that, we're gonna put a bow on the Tigers season. They finished 78-84, second place in the Central behind the Twins at 87-75. And as I watched the playoffs, I watched the scores in the playoffs. I couldn't help but be a little bit remiss had the Tigers pressed a little bit harder and gotten that play and gotten that division seed where the Twins went to the second level. That quite easily could have been the Tigers. They won that the wild card series against the Blue Jays. Of course, they lost to the Astros, but they were there. Second round. Tigers easily could have done that. So I'm gonna get off that soapbox I know I've been talking about that. I know I've been talking about that all year.
Man, we just I don't know, man. We just a couple of players away, man. I don't know, man. But I mean, maybe with Miggy departing, maybe now we can concentrate on them. See, because this year was more about him.
That's three. That's 2 arms and a bat, or 3 bats and an arm, right there. All that money they was paying him.
But okay, at the time though, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Mike Ilitch, right? At the time though, he was trying to. I mean, I see why he went all in. Think what we had. We had Verlander.
They won at the time.
Right. Yeah,
they still had Pudge. At the end of Pudge, they were bringing in bringing in. So I get it. I'm not mad at that.
Right.
And they had Prince at the time. So I'm not mad at what they did. I understood what the reason behind it was. You were trying to win, but at some time on the back end, and he didn't want to retire. He was smart enough to go ahead and play it out and make that money. You know, I'm not mad at him for that. You know, I'm not giving no money back either. So it makes sense to me.
You're not doing what's his name? What's the guy name used to play for the Lions? Megatron. You're not giving the money back.
But he got his money back. He got his money back now. They worked it out. They worked it out.
Oh, okay. They worked it out. Okay.
Yes, they worked it out. All right, let's see here. Myron said Jennings was trying too hard. That's why he dropped the ball, I guess. And Tigers are still in Detroit. That's funny, Myron. That's funny. That's funny. So, but if you look at the playoffs right now, all the number 1 seeds are going. Right now, they're in the ALCS where they got the Texas homecoming going on with the Rangers and the Astros. And Verlander, it was the last night of tonight. I think he's taking the bump against the Rangers. And they got Phillies and the Diamondbacks. And now if we look at the Diamondbacks, Tigers, that's another good thing for the Tigers, because it wasn't that long ago the Diamondbacks was horrible. And they were finding their coach and bringing in another coach. And they turned it around in 2 to 3 years. So, hey, that's another blueprint. Tigers should be able to just go ahead and grab that from there.
I don't know, man. We're going to see what the analytics guys say, right? That's what you hired him for, right? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't blame the manager because he did. I mean, they finished second, right? The year before that, they finished 4th. So I can't blame him, but I don't know. I think with the release of Miggy, I think now you could say let's put the, like AJ Hinch. Maybe AJ Hinch needs to reach out to Jim Leland and say, okay, how did you get him to get right there? And then sometimes you got to go back to go forward. You know what I'm saying? For real, Jim Leland. Okay, Jim Leland.
I'm laughing because I know the answer to that question.
Jim Leland. Right, Jim Leland took us to the World Series. Although we didn't finish, but he took us to 2. Yeah, he took us to 2 World Series. We lost to the Phillies. We lost to Fat Albert.
I don't care about these cameras. Blah, 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 blah. You got the Whitney. Blah, blah.
Right. He took us to 2 World Series, yeah. Yep, sure did. Because we lost the one at Fat Albert, in St. Louis. And then we lost the one to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. It was the bottom of the 9th and 2 outs. And what was it? 2 outs. 2 outs. Bases low. No, man on first, man on second, and Miguel just stood there. Strike 3. He didn't even swing.
Yeah, you gotta go out swinging.
Gotta go out swinging. Right.
That's it. Well, I'm excited to see these Rangers and the Astros go against each other because, of course, that's gonna be right in the backyard. I might try and get down there, but probably not because those tickets are a little bit out of my price range right now. But I'm a kind of a Phillies fan a little bit. I like to see those throwback uniforms they put on.
Yeah, the blue is nice.
So if I had to guess right now, the next time we have our show, I should see. I'm guessing a World Series of the Astros and Phillies. That's my guess. I know my Texas people, my Dallas people, they be mad at me for saying not the Rangers, but the Astros they got a little bit stronger bullpen, and they got a better manager behind them a little bit right now. Bochy's doing pretty well with the Rangers, but I like Mr. Baker. Dusty's over there taking care of business. And so I want to see him get him another ring. That'd be beautiful.
Man.
So we gonna see though. We gonna see what happens moving down the stretch. All right. All righty. Moving forward, we got the NFL. We have Jonathan Taylor back with the Indianapolis Colts. They paid him a little bit of money, a little bit more, not really, but maybe $1 million more than what he was asking to begin with, which is still on par and on average of the running backs nowadays. They don't pay running backs. Was it Zeke was the last guy to get a good contract, and that's not going to happen anymore. You're gonna make the league average for a running back now is going to be $8 or $9 million. That's just what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It is. They say you don't pay running backs because running backs don't affect the game that much. Where I really don't. I don't believe that, because if it wasn't for the RPO, you wouldn't be able to pass the ball the way you do. Right. But I understand the running backs normally get hurt, and at the end of the day, it's more business than it is for your heartstrings to fall into. But at the end of the day, that's what the fans do. Hey, this guy has helped us. We should take care of him. But the business side says, hey, we're gonna get 3.5 years out of him, maybe 4, if that many.
Right.
Which is the truth. Right. Which is the truth, and where that comes from, just like you said before, analytics. You look at the numbers, and that's what happens. All right, let's see here. What else we got? We got are the Raiders coming back to be for real? They played well over the last game and a half, and they have the New England kid in there with his golf hat on, calling the plays. They look pretty good against Green Bay, but do they look good because it was Green Bay, or do they look good because they were playing well?
They talk about Josh McDaniels. Yeah.
Yes, Josh McDaniels.
Well,
and they got Jimmy G.
It could have been to that extent because Jordan Love, he's still learning, right? And he got to learn. He got to learn the coverages, because if he threw the ball a little bit over my man's head, then Christian Watson makes that touchdown, and then they lose Monday night. Then we're not having this conversation. So I mean, you got to. It's a give and take. You got to learn. It's going to be growing pains, right? Because they're so used to Aaron talking about relax, don't worry about it. So he'll come into his own. It's the same way when he took over from Brett Favre. Everybody was like, dang, we done now. And then Aaron, but to his tenure in Green Bay, he only produced one Super Bowl.
So did the guy before him. He only got him one. Run off the field with a helmet in his hand. He only got one himself.
Yeah, Brett Favre only got one too. Yeah, so I mean, it's like if you look at it though, every Green Bay quarterback always comes back and leaves, and then comes back and tries to torment Green Bay. Brett Favre left and went to the Vikings. He went to the team in the same division. Aaron Rodgers left and went to the Jets. But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, we don't know how that's going to play out, because at 38, 39, coming back from Achilles, we don't know. But it's just something about that. Maybe it's just the management down there. Maybe it's the organization. It's like, okay, the Janet Jackson song, what have you done for me lately?
Well, you remember Aaron, he went to the Jets first before he went to Minnesota. So it's almost like the same blueprint.
He went to the Jets after Minnesota.
I thought it was first.
No, he went to the Jets after Minnesota.
Well, either way, he was there.
You know what? No, yeah, you might be right. You could be right. I stand corrected. You could be right, because I think that New England is the one who ended his career. That's who ended it, dude. What's his name? Not Vanderbosch. I want to say Teddy Bruschi, but he wasn't playing then. He had already retired. I can't remember the linebacker. But when they picked him off the field, the helmet was up here, the chin was bleeding. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Brett done.
Yeah.
Brett done.
He had no one to give it up by the end.
Yeah,
definitely. All right, let's see. Buffalo started to play up to their potential. They are out there in Orchard Park. And I've always been a kind of fan of theirs. Go back to Thurman Thomas. And I want to see them, after they went to 4 in a row, I want to see them get a Super Bowl. I'm still kind of on the fence about their quarterback now.
Josh.
I don't know if he has the leadership capabilities to get him a Super Bowl. Honestly,
you don't need him to be a leader. That's the thing, man. Everybody's not meant to be a leader. Peyton Manning wasn't a leader. He got two. Eli Manning wasn't a leader. He got two. Everybody's not meant to be a leader. Matthew Stafford wasn't a leader. He got one. Everybody don't want that responsibility. It's the system.
I would say that Peyton was a leader. Eli's definitely wasn't a leader.
Peyton was the system, but a leader where? In Denver?
They were both definitely system guys, but Peyton was the leader. Peyton had the guys in the offseason at the house on the field every day.
In Denver or in Indianapolis?
Both.
No, heck no.
The receivers was together all the time.
No. Jeff, do you ever, when you get a chance, Google the clip when him and Jeff Saturday get into it? Right. Google. Always up there, man.
I remember that.
No, he wasn't no leader. He told Peyton, man, go down there, man. Shut up talking to me. Go down. He wasn't no leader. Matt wasn't. You know what? If Matt would have been a leader, you might would have went down. You might would have went down with the Lombardi. Matt wasn't a leader.
I agree.
Reggie Bush said that when he was here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember that.
Reggie Bush said it. He's not a leader. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's not in people's DNA. When he went to the Rams, he didn't have to be a leader. They had Aaron Donaldson. He had to be a leader.
I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. Let's catch up on the people right now. Myron Thomas says on the arms of Verlander and Scherzinger. Verlander definitely. Scherzinger is out for the season. He did help him a little bit down there, and he was with the Rangers. He helped him a little bit before he hurt himself. Stephen Harris, your favorite person. Go Blue, go Lions.
Of course.
Yes, Greg. Zeke is still with the Patriots. He didn't do too much last week against Dallas since they only put up 3. Has Felix taken a drink of Honolulu Kool-Aid? And that's from your favorite Stephen Harris.
No.
You know he doesn't.
No.
Greg, I agree with you. Josh McDaniels is awful. And Myron said he's checking to see where Brett Favre went first. And Greg says Peyton was the leader in the. I agree. The coach was the great coach. That he's at NBC now. Peyton to me was the he got challenged a lot. You're right. Just Saturday challenged him. That kicker who kept missing those field goals, who kept talking all that junk. He challenged him. Vanderjagt.
Tony Dungy was okay. So Tony Dungy was the leader of the Colts.
Right? Oh yeah.
Peyton Manning wasn't. Oh man, Peyton Manning.
I would say that Peyton was the leader. He may not have been the leader, but he was a leader.
No, I would give you better
he wasn't the unquestioned leader. He was definitely not.
I would give you that he was a leader more in Denver than he was in Indianapolis. Because in Denver, it was him, Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace. He had assets. He had what's my man? I can't remember the guy. He just retired.
He had a defense too.
Yeah, who?
He had that defense too. They picked up them pass rushers down the stretch.
Right, you had Von Miller. Right, but I'm saying he was more of a leader in Denver than he was in Indianapolis. Indianapolis was more a Tony Dungy.
Well, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one. I still think Peyton. I think Peyton was a pretty good leader. Well, let's see. Who's going to stop the 49ers? Who's going to stop the 49ers this year?
The 49ers.
You think they're going to go all the way?
I mean, see, that's the thing. Okay. If what are they now? 5-0? So, okay. Let's just say they run the tables and they go 17-0. They have a bye, right? Mm-hmm. The winner of that Detroit, that's if y'all make it. So I'm going to play pretend. Since you want to play pretend, we're going to play pretend. The Lions make it. They host a playoff game. That next round, you're going to San Francisco, which you just said earlier in the show, they're going to have to play a perfect game. That's not going to happen. So your season is over. Okay, yeah, you made it to the playoffs. Nah. But then that means if the Eagles run the table, then they got to go to Philly, right? Or Philly going to have to come to them. That's whoever goes win between that's who's going to the Super Bowl. That's who's going to the Super Bowl, which I think San Fran will be the favorite because that defense, Jalen Hurts ain't seen no defense like that. He ain't seen no Bosa coming around that end, and then my man on the other end coming. I ain't seen no defense like that.
He saw it in college when Georgia got that thing like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but he was in Alabama, right? Roll Tide.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he didn't really see the ground that much neither because they won a championship, and then he transferred and went to Oklahoma. So yeah,
Oklahoma.
man.
Yeah. So, all right, thank you, Myron. Brad originally started in Atlanta, went to Green Bay, the Jets, and then Minnesota. Greg say Felix is nuts. I don't know which particular time he was talking about. Myron said the Lions gonna stop San Francisco by a field goal, like they did back in the '80s, long time ago. When they kicked that field goal, that last second field goal.
Right.
I remember that. And I'm not sure what Greg was referring to, but he said last year. All right, let's see here. We're gonna move on to college football. Started last night with a game that I didn't even know was going on last night. Colorado loses to Stanford. They were up 29-0 and blows historic lead. And
that's when I went to bed. I went to bed.
Say?
I was like, man, I'll read about it in the morning. I was like 29-0. I watched them kick the field goal. I was like 29-0. Okay, Dion, all right. Man, I woke up this morning. I went on Facebook. It was like Colorado did what? And I went and looked to check the score. He said this one hurts. That's what he said. That's what his comments was. This one hurts. Okay, but last time I checked, you were coaching. You wasn't playing. So how does it hurt? See, that's what I'm saying. You got to stop making it about you, Prime. You got to make it about the team, man. That making it about you, that's not gonna last. But I don't plan for him to be there that long anyway. I really don't.
He said 3 years. He said 3 years.
Man, people and Santa Claus say, have you been naughty or nice? Right. I don't believe. Look, money talk, and you know the rest of the saying. Blank, run the marathon. So what I'm saying is,
Texas was already up to him.
Right. I don't think he's gonna stay to 3. Why would he? He don't owe Colorado nothing. Look, right now, he already surpassed the winning record from last year. They only won 1 game.
Yeah, I agree. But I do. The reason why I think he's gonna stay to 3 is because he's always been a man of his word. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, he's been a man of his word.
Man of his word in terms of this is what I said I'm gonna do it. So he's gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. So he's gonna have at least 1 year without Shedeur and Shiloh, because he's gonna make them stay 1 more year at least before they go to the NFL. And so he's going to prove it with everybody that he actually recruits from top to bottom.
Right.
So we're gonna see. All righty, let's see here. We got the X Bowl this afternoon. Washington versus Oregon. Knicks versus Penix. 2 quarterbacks that's been around college football for the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. And both Knicks.
On an 8-year deal, like the University of Miami players. Man, they used to be there forever.
Mm-hmm. So we got the X Bowl this afternoon. And Penix, he's been in 5. This is 5th year. He was in Indiana a couple of years. This is 3rd year out there at Washington. Or 3rd year, 3 years, whatever it is, this is his 5th year. So you got 2 real good seasoned quarterbacks going at each other this afternoon. And the talk is whoever wins that game is going to be the front runner for the Heisman. I like that kid Penix. Like I said, it seemed like his career took off, even though he lost that game against Michigan State 3 or 4 years ago at home in their homecoming. It seemed like that was his coming out party that day when he put all the numbers up, and he's been doing it ever since. Bo Nix transferred from Auburn, and he's having good success in Oregon. From what I can tell, Oregon has probably a little bit better of a defense than Washington, and I think Washington's offense is slightly ahead of Oregon. I'm gonna say my prediction for later. I like that. I really do like that game. I think it's gonna be a lot of back and forth, and it might be decided by a fumble or tipped interception. That's my guess.
Where's that game? That game in Seattle.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, both of them. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I gotta take a sniff of the vape before I pick mine. I don't know. I mean, Bo Nix. I was a Bo Nix fan when he was at Auburn. I was. I'm not going to even sit up here and lie. I was like Bo Nix. Michael Penix Jr., absolutely. The guy, yeah, okay. But I don't know. Because something about them Huskies, man, the big games, they step up. Ask them people in Ann Arbor about them Huskies. Yeah, ask them about Napoleon Kaufman and all them. Yeah. So if I had to, you know what? I'm gonna wait like you said, because I don't want to make I don't want to make nobody mad, because I like both of them. But ask them, like I said, ask them people in Ann Arbor about the Huskies, Mario Bailey, and all of them. Yeah, that's what Desmond got mad when they lost to him in the Rose Bowl. And Mario Bailey did the Heisman pose, and Desmond Howard said, "Tell them to come to my house. I got the real thing." What you mad for, man? You lost. They was the better team. Yeah.
Really quickly, poking the bear again, saying Michigan, like the old announcer used to do back in the 70s and early 80s. He said both gonna be 30 by the draft. That's a good one, Greg. And Greg said, as far as about that butt kicking that Washington put on them a few weeks ago, that game could have been a whole lot worse. They called off the dogs quite early, and I'm glad they did, because I can remember just turning that game off. I'm not going to waste my time.
I mean, we in a rebuilding mode. We lost our coach. I mean, look, there's no excuse. They did. Like Kamau said, they took us out to the woods. Yeah, okay. But that's when you play Benedictine, Old Retford Academy, and the Southfield Jayhawks. Everything. I mean, what'd you expect your record to be? Really? We gonna make it. I got something for that later. You're right. You gotta let. What I'm saying is, all I'm saying, yes, me and Kamau, we bleed green, we bleed white. Understood. I get it. Greg, Mr. Harris, right now you at the top. We'll be back. But at the same token, give us your out-of-conference schedule, and you take ours, and we'll see later. Yeah, we'll see then. Like I said, I can beat Old Retford Academy, Highland Park High, UD Jesu. Come on, man. You play East Carolina, the Pirates. Who is that? I mean, what? Is that what we're doing right now? The Wildcats? East. What was the team? What was the name of the team in what was the name of the football team in what's the name? The program. What was that? East Tennessee with Alvin McNam. Stop, man.
They have some fresh uniforms. Some uniforms.
Right. They were supposed to be the Florida State of the Midwest.
Florida State, yeah. The uniforms are fresh.
Alvin Mack and Joe Kane.
We're gonna wrap up college football by saying Urban Meyer did actually interview for Michigan State's next coaching job, even though it's been they've been doing a bad job of smoking dagger, cloak and dagger, smoking mirrors up there. It's been reported that he did actually interview. I was hoping that they would go ahead and give him the job so he can just take over right now. So we can recruit, we can secure some of these recruits who said they want to leave.
Oh, so he did interview. So it's a possibility he might be the coach.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Yeah, okay. Now look to Mr. Greg and Mr. Harris. If Urban Meyer comes to East Lansing, you gonna cry. Y'all both gonna cry. Real, because he owns Michigan. Why? That will be the reason Jim leaves. Jim will leave. Jim will leave Ann Arbor. Jim will leave Ann Arbor. Watch if Urban comes. Watch Jim leave.
We gonna see. We gonna see. I'm prayerfully, excitedly, actually happening. This would actually happen. I would be so excited. I would go live in the page if he won. If we got Urban.
Hey man, if we get Urban, we going up there. Forget going live. We going up there.
So you want to do the show?
Man, we going up there. We going up there.
We gonna set the table outside the Magic Johnson Hall.
Yeah, we going up there. I drive, man. I get a stand 20 minutes. I drive.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We had all the windows down like Smokey and the Bandit.
I'm with you. If they hire Urban, we
They
do
hire
it the very next show. We do it outside the Magic Johnson building.
Right.
I agree.
You tell Marcus, the man behind the scene, if they hire Urban, we there. I drive.
All right. And I use my phone as a mobile hotspot to run the computer. We good.
Man, we there. Live. We might go to jail, but we there. We live.
No. Long as we got our green on, we'll be good. They won't put us in jail.
We going. We get Tom to come out and sit with us. Right.
That's right. All right, everybody. We're gonna move on to our next sport. We're going to women's WNBA women's sports time. We have the playoffs. We have the Las Vegas Aces up 2-0 on the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty look really, really defeated. Their body language looked bad after those first two games. Las Vegas Aces was scoring and clowning on them, making faces and posing for pictures in the middle of the game, scoring on backdoor cuts. And the Liberty was just it seemed like they didn't even have a fight in them, which was kind of shocking because they've been the punchers all season in the league. And so that really kind of bothered me to see that they didn't even show up as strong as they did. So they play tomorrow at 3:00 Eastern. It could be over.
It's over. It can be over. It's over. It's over because they took the win out to sell. They took the win out to sell. You had them down 17 going into the fourth. They flipped it. Asian them was like, okay, don't even worry about it. Okay, we know we got to keep y'all interested to keep the ratings and all that, right? They just ran off. Did you see how they ran the buckets off like it was nothing? And then they ended up blowing them out by like 15.
From the foul line.
They ended up blowing them out like 15. That's why I keep trying to tell you, between Becky Hammond and Don Stanley, some NBA organization, you got to pick up the phone and get them, man. You don't get too many, and I'm not being biased saying that the job should always be a man or not. If she has the accolades and the credentials, Becky Hammond should be coaching the NBA team right now. Right now.
I agree with you. However, Becky Hammond goes to the same school as Bill Laimbeer. They like to piss people off. So that's why she's still there. She hasn't made it to the NBA. No, seriously. She done pissed off a lot of people in them circles. That's why she hasn't gotten a chance. She got just like Bill Laimbeer did. The same way he had to stay in the WNBA.
Or just leave that organization. Leave the Aces, leave the Las Vegas Aces, and go to the Sparks. Turn that around. You see what I'm saying? Because the Sparks are sorry. Turn that around. You do okay? Because once she win this one, that's two championships, right?
Yeah.
She got a championship with the Spurs as an assistant. That's what I'm saying. Just leave. Go build something else up. That'll build up her resume to where NBA coach. Because you telling me, and this ain't no knock on him. He's a Kansas alum. You tell me she can't take Jack Vaughn's spot in Brooklyn? Yeah, she could with ease. The only thing is, once you earn their respect, that's gonna be the hard part of the whole thing. She got to earn their respect. She got to get their. It's like Coach Carter. Once he got their respect, the sky was the limit. That's all she has to do. Once she get them to buy in and listen, damn.
I got one better for you. Wildcats.
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn. As soon as Goldie Hawn made the boys run, and she outran them, they had to play for her.
Yeah, right. Until she got to Prescott. Right. And she showed it.
That cost a little bit. Big Finch.
I want to play, Coach. I want to play. Say, go sit down, Finch. I want to play. Here's my $10. Man, that's it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I always thought that she was a good coach, but she even this year she said some things. I forgot what it was. We talked about it earlier in the year. That she said some things a little out of order. So I can't be mad at her because she speaks her mind. Anybody who says what she wants to say, or who say what they want to say, and still back it up, you can't help but love them. So that's why I still like Becky Hammond. And did she play for Detroit back in the day too?
No, she didn't play for the Shock. She played for I want to say the San Antonio Star, whatever the San Antonio Spurs were. They had a WNBA team. She never played for the Shock. That's why I don't understand why we don't have a team no more. We moved them to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that was the end of the Shock. The Shock was nice.
Yeah,
money, cash. You had some nice little players on that team.
They did, but it was money at the end of the day. That's why if you look at them, a lot of them don't play in those big arenas anymore. They play in the smaller arenas. The Wings had to go from the AAC to University of Texas Arlington, smaller stadium, something they can more affordable. That's a big thing right there.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Am I missing anything? What else we got? We got the new franchise in Oakland. They're looking for a name right now. They are going to be called the Golden State, whatever the name is. Going to be not San Francisco, but Golden State. I like the Battle Angels. I think that'd be a cool name for them. The Golden State Battle Angels. I'm gonna write that in because they've been having a name contest. So I'm gonna send that in, and hopefully we can get that. We can win that contest, and then we can do another show out there in San Francisco. Their flags out, because we gonna represent that for the name. So we gonna see what they gonna do with that. I know a lot of them. They still say a lot of rumblings about they much rather have more players on the team, than have another franchise, because that stretches them out a little further, get another place to go without having enough players per team, which is a good argument. All right, let's see here. You think that's a pretty good name, Felix?
The Golden State Battle Angels?
Yes.
I go with it. It's just like the vape. Same thing.
All right, Greg said that's a bad name. Lieberman.
Man, he's Wolverine, man. Don't listen to him, man. All they basketball players take sandwich making 120, man. They don't listen to him. They don't even know what the inside of a classroom is, man. Don't listen to nobody from Michigan, man. They don't know nothing. I don't even understand how they did the documentary they did. Don't listen to man. Look, my cousin, like I tell the story every time. I used to go up there to get her. I would have Magic Johnson jersey on. I would have Le'Veon Bell jersey. Hey, man, you at the wrong school. Oh, you're at the wrong school. You're going to be working at a 7-Eleven. That's where you're going to be working at, with a degree from the University of Misdemeanors. Man, get out of here, man.
Lord. All right, Greg said, first thing, good thing you said all day, Becky Hammond needs to be NBA coach. Steve is giving you more grief. Give some love to Lexi Thompson, who beat about 40 men in this week's PGA event. Very good. Thank you. I forgot to mention that for the women's events. Myron Thomas, WNBA, Big Three Lieberman women, coaching men. Lieberman, I forgot her first name. She did coach men as well. And we want to say hello to Rochelle Weathers. Thank you for coming out this day. We do appreciate that. If we try to get you here, thank you for showing up. As we wrap up women's sports, camps are open for men and women. Women's been open longer, and I got to see an interview with Coach Wonky down there at LSU. She says, I met with Angel Reese. I'm paraphrasing, of course, and I was a little worried about her. She's making all this NIL money, and she's been out there on the circuit, hanging out, taking pictures, doing photo shoots. And she said, and I was worried that she's not hungry to come back. She said, Coach, I'm tired. I'm ready to play basketball. So I think to myself, she better be, because if not, they got about 2-3 people they brought in to replace her, but she ain't ready. That's for sure. So I'm looking forward to LSU trying to run it back. They still got Iowa. We got Tennessee, who looks good. You got always going to have UConn looking good. Stanford finds a way to have a good program every year. So the women's programs are always going to be strong.
I think you got. If I had to pick my favorite right now, my favorite would be UConn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pick UConn because he yeah, Coach Coach Gino ain't won one in a minute. He ain't even been to the Final Four in a minute.
Yeah, they was young last year. They took some lumps.
Yeah,
they got some experience coming back. So I'm interested to see what South Carolina's gonna look out without Boston. We're gonna see what's gonna happen.
I think Don gonna take some knocks. She's gonna take a couple of hits. It won't be no 31-2 or 31-1. Nah, it won't be that. She's gonna have maybe about 3-4 losses. Yeah.
So you thinking about to say, oh, okay, so 25-5. I was thinking 19-12 itself, but
something like that. 26-6, something like that.
Okay. All right. That's not bad. I'll take that every time. All righty. Really quickly, as always, we're gonna take a quick pause for the calls. We go to Stupid Sports News. Okay. All righty. I guess not. We're going to go right on into it. That was a good little pause anyway. Either way, we're going to go right to it. We're going to start with Nick Saban complaining about the $5,000 a visit that the recruits are requesting just to show up for a visit at the schools nowadays. Do you think he's wrong for being against that?
$5,000. Man, Nick got it. Nick got a car dealership down there. Nick got it. Nick got it. Uncle Nick just don't want to come off of it. Yeah, but that is a lot of money. $5,000. That's some old. That's some blue chips. Remember that blue chips? Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna get my bag.
Yeah, that's some blue chips. Say Butch McCrae's mother has a lawn and a house. Yeah. $5,000 a recruit. Wow.
Yeah, I would say yes. I would say pay those kids because they got it. First of all, it's not like if Utah can pay all those guys, give every one of those players a truck on the team, they can give those recruits $5,000 to come. But it has to be an official visit, not an unofficial.
Oh, it has to be official. Okay.
An official visit. And you see that they also took away the pictures for the unofficial visits too. They call that the Deion effect. I don't think that's the Deion effect. They've been doing that long before Deion was coaching at Colorado. They were doing those photo shoots with the parents and everything like that. I've been seeing that for a long time. So I don't think they can call that one the Deion effect. So I would have to disagree on that part of it.
But then look at it like this. Okay, you pay $5,000, right? And then what if the kid don't even go there?
Yeah, I agree. But still,
you get the money back?
No.
Oh, okay. Wow.
For the opportunity for him to come show up. Because what are you going to do? You're going to take that name. Hey, I have this number one recruit in my building. He may not come here, but hey, we attracted this kid. So another number one recruit down the line and say, hey, he may not have gone here, but let me at least go take a look.
Good.
To me, that's business worth doing. To me, that's business worth doing.
Because that's what's going on right now with college basketball. The Cooper, I think his name is Cooper Flagg. He like the number one recruit in the country. He was supposed to go down to KU. And he scratched the visit. So now Duke is the front runner. And it was like, wow, what did Duke do that Bill Self didn't see? So yeah. He didn't even go. He didn't even take the trip. He didn't even take the trip to Lawrence. I was like, wow. But maybe he didn't take the trip because him and Hunter Dickinson plays the same spot. And he in for a rude awakening. Hunter Dickinson, you should have stayed in Ann Arbor, son. You're going to be crying. You think the ball about to go through you? Bill Self don't run that type of offense. Nope. You about to be highly disappointed.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. I honestly think it's probably going to be a better position for him all the way around to show his abilities to be able to get up and down because they do a little bit more up and down. But
they don't feed the post. All they stuff is wings. All they stuff is go through DeJuan Harris, and then when what's the name was there? The dude that just left, Grady Dick and all them. They don't go big. They don't run like Roy. Roy used to run inside out. So we would throw it in the Oster tag, and throw it back out to Jock Vaughn. They don't. Bill Self don't run like that. It's all 1, 2, 3. The wings. Nah, he not gonna get no touches like that. Not like you think. He gonna be ready to transfer again.
Nah, this is last year. I think this is last year.
I mean, that's I'm saying, but yeah, he gonna wish he had stayed in Ann Arbor. He not about to get them. It ain't gonna be no coming down shooting threes. Nah, Bills, go get him. Because like I said, if they would have landed the Cooper Flag kid, he was gonna push him out the spot anyway. My man got game.
Well, we'll see. We gonna see. We got Deion publicly questioning the team's love for the game after they lost yesterday. He questioning the team, to question their heart, question how much they love the game. But to me, when you got losses like that, that's just as much on the coach as it is on the player. I've been a part of those games as coaches and as a player. Everybody's responsible when you take your foot off the gas like that.
Right. That's what happened. Right. You up 29-0. You like, we going in the half, we up 29-0. They probably came out the second half, kind of lackadaisical. Yeah, so I mean it happens, right? Okay, here we go. Ask Coach Cristobal in Miami.
Yep.
All you had to do was get victory formation.
Yep. Yep. So to me that's not exactly right for them to do that when all you had to do was I'm saying all you had to do, but they for them to question them like that to me wasn't fair. All right, we got my favorite Stupid Sports News of the week. Jimbo. Jimmy Butler with the long hair and his nails black. He in there moving his hair.
Okay,
I just thought it was funny.
I have a question. Is that he just did that for media day? He's not gonna be like that the whole year, is he?
He only did for media day. He likes to play with the press like that. That's not the first time he's played games with the press. He's done it plenty of times before. He's come in with the dreads. He came in with the big bumbles on his head before. And also to me, it started when he was in Minneapolis when when he had practice and he left practice to go have an interview on ESPN. And they get in the locker room and they looking at Jimmy on TV and they wonder why he left and where he went. And so that's he gets played. That's how he forced his way out of Minneapolis. So this is nothing new for him. Aaron Rodgers wants to debate Travis Kelce about taking the COVID shot. Why are they even talking about something stupid like that? Why?
Because it's entertainment, it's ratings, right?
To me, it's not worth them having this conversation. And so it's football season. I know we know that Aaron Rodgers famously lied about taking the COVID shot, and as you know, he had COVID and was out for 2 weeks from his team. After saying that he had it, had gotten the shot. Kelce has been a proponent, for people getting the shot. But if you're going, it's one of those things you got to be able to back up your science. If you back up his science by saying you shouldn't get it, and Kelce say you should, my question, I don't even know if Kelce's gotten it or not. Of course, that's HIPAA. He would have to say he did. They don't publicly say those things unless he produces himself. Is it worth it to both people should have their own points. It was worth it to them. Aaron Rodgers, it was worth it for me not to get the shot. I survived COVID. Good. Kelce, has he gotten COVID and did he not get it because of shots? No. We don't know. So is it even worth having a conversation about? No. To me, the conversation is, Aaron, we know you're trying to stay relevant because you're out right now. And you got to take care of your
Right.
You'll be better served showing up and being in the press box on Sundays, and that's what we need you to do, so we can still keep them keep the Jets a little bit more relevant, so they can show you in the press box like they do Jerry Jones.
Right.
All right. We got my next favorite of the weekend, Jerry Judy and Steve Smith. Jerry Judy, Steve Smith having a little beef. Steve Smith called him a jag, which means just a guy in terms of his abilities as a receiver. And on his podcast, Jerry Judy, he tried to apologize to him, say, "Hey, you've been doing good this season. My bad." Jerry Judy cussed him out and told him he don't mess with him. You know, sort of like the Big Sean song, and so then he goes out the same game and only get 3 catches for 14 yards. You to me, you can't go and cuss people out and try and be big and bad and be gritty around them like he's showing them up and only get 14 yards.
Right.
I can see if he put up 6 for 150.
Right.
No, that's how you shut people up. But I Agent, what do you call him? Agent 89. He's in the press now, and he's always told it like it is, even when he was in the league. And so when he got into it with that defensive back. So what's your thoughts on that, sir? Before we get to our predictions,
man.
Okay, sounds good. All right, getting started right now. We got the MSU Rutgers game. What you got? What's your score? What's your what you think?
MSU 21-17.
I got that's pretty close. I got Michigan State 28-17.
Okay.
What you got for U of M Indiana?
Who they playing? Cooley High today? Let me see. 45-13, Michigan.
All right, 45-13. I got 63-17.
In the rain? No.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see. We got Lions Buccaneers on Sunday.
21-17, Bucks.
I got Detroit 19-12.
Man, where are you coming with these lottery number scores, man?
19-12. Why? Because they did a lot of losing in that orange. So I would only wear those against somebody I know I'm going to beat. So unless they really thinking that's what they're going to do to Detroit, I wouldn't wear those jerseys on a big game like that because they flexed that to the 4 o'clock. That's the big game on the 4 o'clock now. All right, WNBA, we got Las Vegas and versus the Liberty on Sunday. Is Vegas going to close it out?
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
What you got? What you got?
I got Vegas 85, the Liberty 77.
All righty. I got Liberty 98-76.
Okay.
98-76. We're gonna go to 4 games, and then Vegas will beat them in the 4th game. So I'm looking to see that's one was. I'm looking for that. The Liberties get 1 game, hopefully, prayerfully. All righty. Don't forget in the Love Stuff Diaspora, we got Love and Stuff on Tuesdays at 8:30, Dr. V on Wednesdays at noon, and Love and Scripts with Brother Williams on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. We're gonna get out of here and give you guys back the rest of your Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for that nice joke, Steve and Greg. And we appreciate everybody that came in and they gave lots of input. Thank you. See you on the 28th. And don't forget to do something nice for your sweetie, ladies. Have a good one.